Dating is not supposed to be about showing off. Dating is to get to know each other. And sometimes people who are so flashy, they will use that as a manipulation tactic to control you and do what they want to do with you. Don't allow these women who are single and not marriage material or wife minded to influence you and say, coffee dates are bad, going for ice cream is bad, going for a walk in the park is bad. I'm not going with any man that's not going to spend $100 or more on me. No, you are a gold digger. You're looking to waste a man's resources and time because you are a man hater. You don't like men. Your father must not have been there. The men you've dealt with in the past hurt you. So you feel like I'm going to just waste these men's time and just have them splurge on me. That is trifling, and that's not a wife mindset.
A young woman is taken to the Cheesecake Factory for a first date. She's really upset. She feels like, that's not good enough. So the young man says, okay, totally fair, but I think the date is done and I'm just gonna drop you off at your house.
Say no to coffee dates. Coffee is for breakfast. It is not for a first date. If a guy asks you out on a coffee date, say no. Never settle for less.
So here's the text message. The guy says, "Hi, this is Vance." The girl says, "Hi." He comes back and said, "Hope you had a good day. I'm excited for tomorrow. I can pick you up, but if you're not comfortable with that, we can just meet there." I don't know why, but I'm feeling like getting some ice cream in this hot weather, LOL. So then the girl comes back and says, "Sorry if this may come off as rude, but I don't do ice cream dates. I am a 26-year-old woman, and a date like that seems like an absolute bare minimum for me. Meeting up would be a waste of both our time since we probably don't have the same vibe. Best wishes." And Vince responds with, "Cool."
Got the results right here.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Hi, wives and future wives. I hope you're doing well. There is this phenomenon. Women saying they will not go on coffee dates. They will not go on ice cream dates. They will not go to the Cheesecake Factory. They want to be wined and dined and go to these super expensive and nice restaurants. And this is a really wrong perspective if you are looking for a husband. First of all, I will say that those women are not looking for marriage. Those women are not looking for a husband. Those women are looking for sugar daddies. Those women are looking for men who can support and take care of the fantasy lifestyle that they have drudged up in their head that they want. Women like that are not seriously looking for a husband. And those women aren't wife material either because they're not humble. The Bible says that God resists the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. A man is looking for someone he can lead. A man is looking for someone who is humble that will follow him. And if you as a woman are seriously looking to date, which I heard someone say a date is an audition. So going on these fancy restaurants and things like that, yeah, that's nice. But that doesn't necessarily mean that a man is husband material if you're looking to be a wife. Because he can take you to these nice restaurants and splurge on you. Really what he's doing is trying to entrap you and manipulate you. This is what I would believe. A man who is trying his best to show off all of his wealth before he is trying to get to know you, before he wants to have a long conversation with you and share his hopes, his dreams, his future with you and get to know yours. A man who is trying to blind you with materialism is really trying to trap you. And he has nothing else going on other than the material possessions. And that has maybe worked for women in the past. But when you want to be a wife, when you want to be with a husband, when you're looking for a husband and you seriously want to be a wife, it is best to humble yourself. The Bible says a gentle and quiet spirit. That is what a woman should have. I'm not saying that you as a woman shouldn't have high expectations, but you also need to be understanding. If you're looking for a husband, why should the flashy things entice you? Why should the flashy things draw you in? If you are a woman who is drawn in by the type of car a man drives, by the type of job that a man has, the type of money he has, let me tell you something. You may not be ready for wifehood, because if that's what's going to draw you in, that's what's going to keep you. And that is all. It is not going to sustain you when marriage gets hard, when there are, for better or for worse, like the vow says, sickness and health, rich or poor. He may draw you in with money, but then when the going gets tough and the economy and the gas prices and everything are changing, as it is now, are you going to stick around? Are you going to hang it out and stick it out with that man that you made those vows to? I don't think so, because you were drawn in by the money. So for ladies out there who are looking for a husband, beware of men who come showing flashiness, who come enticing you with money and great dates, you know, on a yacht, or great dates. I'm going to fly you out the country, 3-star hotel meals and 5-star restaurants, whatever the rating is. Be careful of those men, because those are not husbands. Those are men who want to pull you in, lure you in, and have their way with you because of their money. And if you are looking to be a wife, that should be a red flag for you, a man that is doing that. So that's number one. If you want to be a wife, I'm not saying you shouldn't want to be taken care of. You shouldn't look for a man that is financially stable. You should not desire a man who is doing well in his career and his job. But that is not the totality of what you should be looking for as a wife. When you're going on dates, the purpose of a date, especially if you're dating to marry, is to get to know someone. If you're blinded by a 5-course meal, a nice restaurant, a nice car, you're going to bypass his character flaws. You're going to bypass the anger. You're going to bypass the lust. You're going to bypass all of those things because you're drawn into the material things, and that's what's going to keep you around. And as soon as the going gets tough in your marriage, in your relationship, you are going to bounce because you never were in it for the real reasons. You never considered his character. You never took the time to even look at your motives, as in, why is this drawing me? Why is the flashiness drawing me? So please, young ladies and anyone who's looking to be a wife, do not look only at a man's status. You as a woman who is looking to be a wife, you should want a man who is resourceful. You should want a man who can take the lead and plan a date and say, hey, I'm going to take you, let's go for a walk in the park. The dating is not supposed to be about showing off. Dating is to get to know each other. Dating is to ask questions, to get to know his background, to get to know your background, to get to know his goals. Are you really going to ask those questions in a serious manner if you are impressed with the flash? If you're desiring a man that is so focused on the material things to draw you in, and you're pulled in by that, if you're pulled in by that, I want you to take a look and figure out why does materialism draw me in? Did I grow up poor? Did I see my family struggle? Am I currently struggling and I just want to be taken care of at this moment? Listen, don't throw away something valuable for something temporary, because money can be temporary. And again, if there's a lockdown like there was years ago with COVID, if there's something that happens, the money may not be there to sustain you. And then you'll realize, I don't even know who this person is because I did not consider his character. I did not consider his flaws. I did not consider how he operates and moves. So ladies, don't listen to these women who are saying, I don't want to be going on coffee dates. I don't want to do this. I'm happy if a man is planning the date, and I'm happy that he is thoughtful, meaning that he wants to get to know me. He doesn't want to spend a lot of money. Okay. He wants to get to know me. Casual dates are a great way to just talk, to be in each other's company. Are you actually interested in this man? Does he seem to be interested in you? Are you hearing what he's saying? Is he hearing what you're saying? Do you have the same values? Are you on the same page? Going on casual dates can expose that. Going to these luxury dates and wanting a man to wine and dine you, how are you really going to be looking for a husband who is resourceful, who is loving, who is gentle, who is confident, who is a leader? All of the things that you would need in a husband if you are pulled in by the flash, if you are distracted by the flash. So ladies, all I'm saying to you, it's a lot of women out here who are trying to give advice and their opinions on dating. Listen, if you want to be a wife, you need to be humble. You need to not be motivated and drawn in by the flash. It doesn't matter what your background was, if you came from poverty or not. Get with God and get with a therapist and get that figured out, because God is not going to send you one of his best men to be your husband to a woman who is only drawn to materialism. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't desire a man who is doing well, but that's not the only reason why you marry a man. You marry a man to build a family, to build a legacy, to be fruitful and to multiply, to glorify God with your family, with the kingdom that you have made in your household. Casual dates are the perfect way to get to know each other. You don't have to dress up. You don't have to put on too much makeup. Going on a stroll in the park. What's wrong with that? You should feel safe too. You're out in public. You're around different people. It's not a lot of distractions, not a lot of noise. It's not a waiter or waitress coming to your table every 5 seconds to interrupt your conversation. You can listen and clearly hear if you're going on a date in a park, or if you're going on a picnic, or if you are going to an ice cream parlor and you're just walking around outside. You know, let's stop thinking that we have to go to these distracting places and environments. Oh, let's go to the movie theater. Let's go to a play. Let's go to, a nice restaurant. Why? Do that when you have made the relationship official. But all of that stuff really is a distraction, because when you're dating to marry and you're dating seriously, you want to get to know somebody. I would say go to the most casual place possible. Go to the most casual place possible, so you can learn about each other, so you can see if I feel comfortable and safe around this man, if this man is meeting all of the qualifications, if I'm putting my best foot forward in this date, if I can see myself being led by this man and being with this man. Don't allow the flashiness to draw you in, because those women who are saying, oh, I don't do coffee dates, I don't do ice cream dates, I can't go to a mediocre restaurant. I didn't even know the Cheesecake Factory was a mediocre restaurant.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
But even that, I honestly don't even think that whether it's Red Lobster or Chef Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, I don't even think in the beginning stages you really should be going to eat, because I think it can be a distraction. I think it really can. You want to just be able to get to know that person. And sometimes having a waiter come back and forth, you're trying to figure out what you want to order or what you want to eat. I think, in my view, I think you should probably go on a restaurant date after you've established some type of connection and you're deciding, okay, I do want to be with you. I think the first 2 or 3 dates should just be casual, park, maybe go to a cafe where it's not going to be somebody coming to your table. You can just get your food and literally sit down and talk. Just go to a place that's quiet, visible, but quiet, and not too many distractions and interruptions. Because again, you as a woman have to pay attention to this man. You want to listen to this man. You want to see if there's any red flags in what he's saying and how he's behaving and acting. And also, a man who is resourceful is great. A man's money and wealth should not be the first thing to pull you in, because you are not there for real reasons if it is. And it will not last when hard times happen, when he loses his job, if he were to lose his job, if the money were to stop, if something happened, you are not going to stay because you were not attracted to that. So what I'm saying is, don't allow these women who are single and not marriage material or wife-minded to influence you and say, coffee dates are bad, going for ice cream is bad, going for a walk in the park is bad. I'm not going with any man that's not going to spend $100 or more on me. No, you are a gold digger, and you're looking to waste a man's resources and time because you are a man hater. You don't like men. Your father must not have been there, or the men you've dealt with in the past hurt you. So you feel like, I'm going to just rack up a man's bills, waste these men's time, and just have them splurge on me, and I will not give them anything in return. No, that is trifling, and that's not a wife mindset. If you enjoy what you heard or watched, please consider subscribing to my channel. More content updates coming very, very soon. God bless.